TribLive High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. TribLive High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL championship game.
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the four-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Neshannock Wildcats are the WPIAL champions.
Elwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history.
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again. The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss. A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn. Vegas and Maples keeping themselves coming near side. Can they hit him? No! He got in! Will he get it? Win the state championship!
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt for Laurel Spartans three-peat.
And Neshannock is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. Coming to you live from Chippewa Park, home of the Blackhawk Cougars, WPIAL Baseball. Coming your way, playoff action on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, Class 2A and 7-10 matchup, Neshannock taking on Bentworth. I'm James Dotson, Tim Continenza alongside. Tim, playoff baseball, beautiful day, doubleheader for us here at Chippewa Park. Going to be a fun day.
It is a beautiful day for baseball, and Neshannock takes the field. And we are just a few moments away from first pitch here, James. And anytime we're in the WPIAL championships, it is a fun time to broadcast games. And looking forward to today's game here between Bentworth and Neshannock.
7 seed Neshannock at 14-6 overall. They were 8-4 in section play, tied for third in section 2. Bentworth at 6-4 in section 1, a 10-5 overall record. And two veteran coaches, though relatively new, at their respective schools. Coach Quilero, his second full season, third overall at Neshannock High School after being the longtime assistant coach under Coach Kirkwood. Similar for Bentworth. You had Dion Gisanti, who was there for 32 seasons as a head coach. He stepped down last year. Both Coach Kirkwood and Gisanti over 300 wins in their illustrious careers. Sean Corey now will step in after being an assistant over the last few years at Carmichael's. Before that, a coach at Albert Gallatin and Guyville Catholic. So two very experienced coaches, though in recent times not as much at the head coaching level, Tim. But you know these guys also coaching head coaches, in summer ball, travel ball, all that. So definitely not a huge step up to move from assistant to head coach, though it is a big-time atmosphere here today for a playoff game.
It's really just about responsibilities. I mean, the game never changes. The coaching staff, may have different faces in different positions, but the game hasn't changed, and the ability of the managers for both teams will do fine. I'm not, like you said, they've been around the game way too long not to be able to enjoy the atmosphere and to be ready for the challenges that they face.
Here in our LGKG pregame show, we'll take a look at the starting lineups, thanks to our friends at Luxembourg, Garvin, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. Bentworth, as the 10 seed, will be the visiting team, so they will bat first with leadoff batter Colton Brightwell, one of the 4 seniors in the starting lineup for the Bentworth Bearcats. Grant Melder on the mound for Neshannock. First pitch fouled right back at us. Time of first pitch, 2:58, so already ahead of schedule here for our first round game. Colton Brightwell's a shortstop leading off. Catcher Landon Urcha will bat second. Pitcher Noah Martin third. Seth Adams, the second baseman, is the cleanup hitter. Left fielder freshman Lucas Burt talk about him a bunch coming up. He will hit 5th. The 0-1 pitch, good breaking ball called strike 2. First baseman John Scott hit 6, and then the 7th, 9 hitters Aiden Buchter, Zane Woodhouse, and Aaron Woodhouse for the Bearcats. Here's the 0-2 from Melder, swung on and missed, a 3-pitch strikeout.
Nice start here for Melder. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how this wind plays effect in this ball game, swirling the ball. It seems to be blowing out and then blowing towards right center. So it's going to be interesting to see how this the wind affects today's game.
Melder 4-2, his record on the year, his 8th start of the season. First pitch swinging here is Landon Urchill, popped up on the right side of the infield. And it's going to be, there it is, the wind giving J.R. Prosson some troubles. But he's able to hang on to it as we take a look at our LGKG defensive alignment. The right side of the infield, Prosson at second, Gio Valentine at first base, Jack Leese at short, Colton Schaefer at third base. The outfield from left to right, Luke Leese, Dom Cubelis, Josh Pallarino, Nate Rinn, the junior behind the plate, and Grant Melder, mentioned again, 4-2 with a 3-even ERA on the season, and now 42 strikeouts. Working ahead here as well. First pitch swinging is Noah Martin for strike 1.
Yeah, nice fastball on the outside.
3 batters, 3 first pitch strikes. Another swing and a miss.
Come right back at us on the outside corner again.
He's thrown 6 pitches. He's thrown 6 strikes there, Tim.
That's what you love to see.
Commanding the zone here. This one fouled back to the screen, just about 30, 35 feet as I marched it off before the game. So not a lot of room behind home plate. The 0-2. Breaking ball, misses up and in.
Nice change of pace there, coming inside on that. Every pitch was on the outside to Martin, and he kept going wider and wider, and now he channels him inside.
See what he does on the 0-2. High cheddar, swung on and missed. 1-2-3 go the Bearcats in the top of the first inning. Bentworth 0, Neshannock coming up to bat, and we'll look at the starting 9, actually the starting 10 for Coach John Quilero's Neshannock Lancers. Leading off is right fielder Josh Pallarino. Second baseman J.R. Prosson will hit second. Third baseman Colton Schaefer hitting third. Pitcher Grant Melder in the cleanup spot. Catcher Nate Rind will hit fifth. Dom Cubelis, the center fielder, hitting sixth. The designated hitter Jake Rind will hit seventh. He's hitting for Gio Valentine. Jack Leese, the shortstop, hitting eighth. And then Luke Leese, the left fielder, will bat ninth. So again, Pallarino, Prosson, Schaefer, Melder, Nate Rind, Cubelis, Jake Rind, Jack Leese, and Luke Leese for the Neshannock Lancers. And for those maybe watching from around the WPIAL, watching on the TribLive High School Sports Network, hasn't been following Lawrence County as much. One of the big news coming out in Neshannock, ineligibility ruling for the top hitter on this Neshannock team, hitting 500 on the season with a team-high 23 RBI. Andrew Fry, who transferred in from Sharpsville about midway through this calendar year, or through this school year, I should say, and with that was ruled ineligible. They did have an appeal hearing with the PIAA earlier this week, actually yesterday, and the appeal did not go in his favor either. But we got to see the last game of the regular season where they played without Andrew Fry on his suggestion, and that was just a real cool thing there to say, hey, this team needs to get ready for the postseason. Coach, I should not be in that lineup. And coaches agreed, and how about the response from Neshannock in that season finale, defeating Laurel 8-0.
Yeah, it really was. And you know what? That's leadership, and that's what you want to see from any member of your squad, and that's exactly what Neshannock got there out of Fry. So it's an opportunity now to continue forward now into the WPIAL. They know what their challenge is. They know who players are going to be available, and you move forward from here after the ruling.
Guys like Grant Melder, Nate Rind, Colton Schaefer, the 3, 4, 5 spot, going to be asked to step up. And how about this? Dom Cubelis, the freshman, started as the 8 or 9 hitter, moved up to the leadoff spot throughout most of the section season. First game of the playoffs, he drops down to 6. No, it has nothing to do with what he's doing. It's the fact you got Josh Pallarino, who has come back in the second half of the season and hitting pretty well. 412 average on the season. Now moving up to the leadoff spot out of the left-hand side of the batter's box, trying to get things going for Neshannock right away. And he'll be facing a lefty here in Noah Martin as well.
I was just going to say, lefty to lefty, start the game here.
Get you stats on Noah Martin after this first pitch thrown. Long delivery, and gets a first pitch strike on Pallarino. Martin at 208 earned run average, 3-2 on the season. This is his 7th start of the year. Checking his swing is Pallarino, evens the count at 1-1. Pallarino, one of the 4 seniors on this starting lineup, pops this one up on the left side of the infield. Colton Brightwell backpedaling just onto the grass and will make the catch for the first out of the inning. Your LGKG defensive alignment, Colton Brightwell at short, Zane Woodhouse at third base. The rest of the infield, Seth Adams at second base, John Scott at first. The outfield from left to right is Lucas Burt, Aiden Buchter, and Aaron Woodhouse. Behind the plate, Landon Urcho with Noah Martin. Again, 3-2 on the year on the rubber. Martin, 51 strikeouts versus just 8 walks. That tells you enough about the kind of pitcher that he is. Pitch to contact, decent number of strikeouts, not overwhelming, but not a lot of free passes.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key. You got to do with what you're capable of doing and staying with it. And pitching to contact is a easy way to rack up innings. And keeping your pitch count low, especially with the 105 pitch count that starting pitchers are under. That's a wonderful thing. You want to see if you can get them deep in the game.
1-1 now the count. This one poked the other way, foul down the first baseline. Count now 1-2 to J.R. Prosson, a .315 hitter on the season. Senior at the top of your batting order. There's your confidence in your big guys, and your senior leadership right there from Coach Q.
Yeah, and obviously you just want to, anytime you're at the plate with one out, you're just looking to get a base hit. You're just looking to make good contact and make the defense make a play.
1-2 breaking ball left upstairs, evens the count at 2-2 to J.R. Prosson. Again, a .315 hitter. Top player in terms of runs scored on the roster here today. 2-2 pitch, popped up again. This one straight back, giving chases to catcher Urcho, but he's going to run out of real estate. Count will remain 2-2.
Yeah, Proston's done a nice job here just, seeing pitches, getting deep into the count, getting his teammates an opportunity to see Martin, the way he delivers the ball, and some of the pitches that he has displayed so far.
Martin delivers on the 2-2. This one's fisted again on the left side of the infield towards short, and again taken by Brightwell for the second out of the inning.
He dropped it.
I looked down too quickly. There it is, the wind. You can't assume anything here today, Tim. How about that?
Yeah.
Number 3, third baseman, Colton Schaefer.
So an error already. An error in the bottom of the first inning. And in playoff baseball, Tim, this is what you need to capitalize on, right?
Yeah, we'll see how they attack here. If they maybe send the runner in motion or try to move him into scoring position early in the first inning, or they just, try to play for the big inning.
We'll have to see as well with the lefty, how good is the move? There's going to be a throw over to first base, and spinning the tires a little bit was Prosson, but able to slide back in there safely as fellow senior Colton Schaefer, a .298 hitter on the season, coming on stronger down the stretch of the year. Mentioned Fry, 23 ribbies on the year. Schaefer next highest with 12. Ball scoots away momentarily from Schaefer, but it's ball 1. But that just tells you the run production that is being missed. Not to mention 5 of the team's 7 home runs on the season, while Schaefer's got the other 2. Another throw over to first.
Yeah. Keep him close.
Score update from North Allegheny, the only other 2A game underway early on in the 6th inning. 8-3 Laurel leading Shadyside Academy. That's in the 8-9 game. Another fastball misses outside. Throw down to first base, goes wild into right field. That's going to allow Prosson to advance to second base. So advances the first on an error, and advances the second on another one.
Yeah, Urcho had an opportunity to do a snap throw down to first, threw it wide of the bag into foul territory, and Scott unable to make the play, goes down the right field line and gives Prosson an opportunity to pick up that extra base, and now in scoring position here in the first inning.
2-0 the count. This one drilled towards left field. Going back on it is Burt, hanging up in the air, and he's going to go and run out of real estate because it's gone. It hung up into the jet stream. The third home run of the season. Fireworks on the loudspeaker. Schaefer makes it a 2-0 Neshannock lead early.
Yeah, it was taking advantage of the 2 errors in the inning. You get the error at short on the pop-up, and then you get the error on the catcher on the throw, and then Schaefer gets a fastball to his liking and just gets it, like you mentioned, up in that jet stream, and it just carried. This wind is swirling, and the left fielder never had an opportunity, and Burt, to make a play on it as it went over the fence.
That's a great start for Neshannock, for their pitcher Grant Melder, who now steps to the plate and takes ball 1 upstairs. See how Martin responds, and this one drilled down the third baseline, count even at 1-1. Now as a pitcher, and again, a senior leader on the mound, and your left-hander Noah Martin. I mean, not the first time he's probably had a home run hit off of him, obviously, but it's all about how you respond. And this is a big batter with that in mind there, too.
Yeah, when you have that type of experience on the mound, you really don't expect that to really rattle him, especially in the first inning. You're maybe, you just got to get into the next pitch and the next at-bat.
2-1 to count to Melder, hitting .400 on the season. And he drills one towards the left center gap. That's going to fall in for extra bases. All the way to the track. Burt's going to come up with it. Strong throw into second base, but Melder a stand-up double. And the Lancers grooving here in the bottom of the first inning.
Back-to-back extra base hits here for the Lancers. And now they have runners in scoring position again in Melder, the pitcher. And this could be to a very big opportunity here, to a big inning for the Lancers. Up 2-0 on a 2-run homer by Schaefer. Now Rand has the opportunity to continue the assault here for the Lancers.
And Nate Rand also coming up big in that season finale. Now 9 RBI on the season. He grounds one towards second base, taking on a couple of hops there by the shortstop. Brightwell fires over for the second out of the inning. But another hard hit ball on 3 straight occasions. By the way, Andrew Moses, the courtesy runner at second base for Neshannock.
Yeah, a good move on him. He didn't move on contact. Stayed right at second base, stayed in scoring position, and we'll have an opportunity here with Cabellas at the plate.
Yeah, Cabellas a .362 hitter, 4 RBI, but again, a lot of the year he's been as a leadoff man. Not a lot of RBI opportunities. Nice to see a first pitch swing out of the freshman there. Foul back for strike 1. Laurel Shady Side game. We'll keep tabs on that one best we can. Now 8-4 the score. Breaking ball misses outside. Evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, if you're Martin, this is the out you need. You got that second out after the double on the back-to-back extra base hits. This is the one at the plate that you really want to end the inning and just get back into the dugout, give the Bearcats an opportunity here to respond.
Good pitch on the inside corner. Now 1-2 the count. Runner goes. Ball outside. Throw down the third base is going to be in time on the stolen base attempt, I should say. Caught stealing to end the inning. So Cabellas will remain at the bottom of the second. But a crooked number on the board for Neshannock. They lead 2-0 over Bentworth after 1. It's WPIAL baseball playoff action on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Perfect way to start if you're a Neshannock Lancer fan. 2 runs on the board. Give yourself some help for your starter. And how about this? Only 9 pitches thrown in the first inning for Grant Melder as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a perfect inning. You can't do better. I mean, it's very difficult to do much better than 9 pitches in an inning. How's that sound? Yeah, you got to love it. Anytime you can get to the mound in the second inning and you have a 2-run lead.
Do your job in the top. Compadres do the same in the bottom. First pitch called strike 1 on the outside corner. 4, 5, 6 hitters, Adam, Burt, and Scott due up. Winner of this one, by the way, will take on the winner of Seton, LaSalle, and Northgate. That is a 4:30 start here today. This one misses high and outside. Evens the count at 1-1. And the interesting note is the way that the playoffs were set up this year, not back-to-back days like we saw last year, Tim, but they're giving a 1-day grace period. So basically, if you pull a pitcher at 50 pitches, he can be available 2 days later. 1-1 pitch catches the inside corner. Strike 2 called.
Interesting strategy for those with some pitching depth in the starting rotation.
Yeah, which is why I'm keeping an eye on the Laurel game as they've got their second pitcher in. Called strike 3 on the outside corner here. 3 strikeouts already for Grant Melder in the first 4 batters of the game. But just for example, Laurel leading by 4 going into the last inning. Their number 2 pitcher, who would be their starter on Thursday, is at 38 pitches. Do you pull him at 50? I mean, that's a tough one because you got to win the first game first, obviously.
Yeah, that's the key. And you got to always look in advance. So the most important thing is the game in front of you, and then you make adjustments as the tournament continues. But yeah, if you have the pitching depth, it's something you're going to consider.
Right down Broadway for strike 2 to freshman Lucas Burt, a .421 hitter, one of the top averages on the team. And again, just a freshman, but getting some things done in the middle of the order all year long for the Bearcats. Watches this one go back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strike the count. Done a little of everything, too. 5 doubles, 7 swiped bags, a home run to his name.
That's what we want, an all-around player. Can do it all.
The 1-2. Breaking ball left upstairs. Evens the count at 2-2. Mentioned Melder, a 3 even earned run average, came into today's game with 41 strikeouts, 21 walks. Probably not the ratio you want to see, but as soon as I say that, he rides a couple upstairs and the count runs full.
Yeah, as we talked about in the first inning, he was just throwing strikes. This the second inning, he's been trouble locating the strike zone consistently.
Payoff pitch with 1 down, and it misses upstairs. So a 1-out walk, the first walk drawn on the day by the Bentworth batters, and that'll bring up John Scott. But the difference there, Tim, the last 3 pitches all upstairs. What's the adjustment to make on the mound at that point after seeing a bunch of them left high?
More than anything, I just want to follow through with your delivery. Just kind of get back into the rhythm that you had and make your consistent pitches and release point. Now, obviously, you'd be pitching from the stretch. Sometimes that helps, too, just to change it up, going into the stretch and really restricting your movement.
And just to get a little different feel, get back to the basic mechanics, he puts 2 right down Broadway, and that one fouled off by Scott. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Scott, a .361 hitter on the season. Burt, the runner at first base, as Bentworth team, lots of swipe bags on the air, and this one again, right down Broadway. 2 strikeouts of the backwards K variety this inning.
Yeah. Again, that's getting the job done on the mound, just throwing strikes. That's what you want to do. It looks like getting to the stretch kind of helped him out there, kind of restricted his movement and got him back into the strike zone.
Aiden Bochter will step in to the plate. Called strike 1. He actually is the team high with 13 ribbies on the year. Good balance in terms of runs batted in, top to bottom of this order for the Bentworth team. Throw over to first base, back in time. Over there is Lucas Burt. Top of the second inning. One misses upstairs, evens the count at 1-1. Here are the fans on the bench. Nicknamed Scooter for Bochter. This one drilled the other way. Good piece of hitting.
Certainly was. He just stuck his bat out there and went with the pitch and put it into the hole between first and second for the base hit to move the runners and put runner in scoring position here for Bentworth.
So Bentworth now with their first hit of the game. And the 8-9 batters coming to the plate. Zane and Aaron Woodhouse. Zane stepping up first. Zane, a .278 hitter on the year. We'll take a look at the rest of the bracket here between the top and bottom of the innings. The rest of the 2A WPIAL playoff bracket. Remember, all games in the WPIAL playoffs exclusively on the TribLive High School Sports Network. We're glad to be able to provide coverage for them.
And you got to like the infield playing off the runners and just worrying about the third out. So we'll be interested to see if Bentworth tries to take advantage of that, take a little extra lead here, maybe get a hit and run on 2 outs, or even try to do a double steal with no one holding on to runners.
Well, Woodhouse unable to check his swing on a couple of high heaters in a row. Now with 2 strikes maybe, but you also look at what happened to Neshannock, getting a runner called out at third base.
Yeah.
1-2. Right on the inside corner. 3 strikeouts, all looking in the inning for Grant Melder. Leaves 2 runners on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning with Neshannock leading 2-0. And we'll keep it right here as we take a look at the WPIAL Class 2A playoffs. This is the 7-10 matchup between Neshannock and Bentworth. The winner takes on either 2-seed Seton LaSalle or 15-seeded Northgate. The rest of the bottom half of the bracket, Shenango against Fort Cherry. That game happening later today right here. We'll have it at lcsportsnet.com and at tribhssn.triblive.com. Winner of that one takes on either Burgettstown or California. The top half of the bracket, Sarah Catholic against Best Center. Sarah Catholic, again, the 1 seed. Another stellar performance for Coach Zorenda's Eagles of Sarah Catholic. Winner of that one takes on Laurel or Shadyside. Laurel now leading 9-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning of that one. Carmichael's against Apollo Ridge and Riverside against Chartiers Houston. The remaining games on that top half or left side of the bracket, whichever way you want to call it there. But man, Tim, what a deep bracket when you look at the fact that you have teams like Neshannock, Laurel, Shadyside, and Bentworth in that 7-10 range that are just quality teams that are going to have to go up likely against your 1 and 2 seeds in the quarterfinals.
Oh, there's no question. It's just the depth of this tournament is going to be challenging for all schools involved. And coming up here in the second inning, as Sibilis comes back to the plate, he got to see about 4 or 5 pitches in his first at bat before getting Moses thrown out of third base on a stolen base attempt. So now he's going to have a good idea of what Martin's throwing here as he steps to the plate.
Yeah, almost an extra at bat at this point. You're right for Cubelis, who was in the batter's box with a 2-2 count when the courtesy runner Moses was caught stealing to end that last inning. First pitch in there for strike 1. This one poked the other way towards left field. Burt able to settle under this one and make the catch for out number 1. But we've seen basically on every single pop fly ball.
It's going to be a challenge. That wind is gusting, and now it's moving from right to left. It looks like you're looking at the flag out there by the scoreboard.
And I remember in playing out here, you couldn't take anything for granted. And dimensions here, I think very reasonable for a high school field. 326 down the lines, 365 to dead center. Very, very reasonable as this one's first pitch fouled back to the screen by fellow freshman Jake Rind.
Yeah, it's very symmetrical. I mean, it's perfect, really. Look at it. I mean, you don't need 400 feet deep in center field for a high school game. I mean, some of them are, which is fine. And that's the kind of the specialness of baseball. You just never know what each field dimensions will be. But I like the 325, 326 down the line. That's a legitimate poke.
Yep, that's just for comparison exactly what Neshannock is down the line. Neshannock is 375 to center field, so 10 feet longer. But the wind up here, I think, certainly helping. And Jake Rind helping on that one, swinging on the high fastball. Good job from Martin to get him to chase for his first strikeout of the game, second out of the inning.
Yeah, Martin seems to be settling down here after that first inning where the error led to the 2-run homer by Schaefer.
So that brings up the 8-hitter, shortstop Jack Gleese. Inside corner for ball 1. Popped up and out of play. 1-1 to count. Very deliberate delivery the way Martin goes.
Yeah, he strides straight home. I mean, he takes a little pause and then takes a big stride straight home for the lefty. Really a fundamental style of a delivery when you get down to it. Maybe the pause is unique, but the stride home is right down Broadway.
Misses here outside. Very Clayton Kershaw-like.
Yes, that's a good.
It took me an inning and a half to figure out who it was that reminded me of.
Yeah, that's legitimate comparison.
This one poked foul towards the Bentworth dugout. Count now even at 2-2. Jack Leese, I can't say his twin. I don't know how do you officially say that? One of quadruplets.
Wow.
Between Jack, Luke, brother Rob also in the dugout, and Jenna the fourth, a very prolific volleyball player as the libero for the Lancers this year.
I think quads is correct.
2-2. Fouled back and out of play. Not a lot of foul territory room on here at Blackhawk. That might be the only, if you want to say, a dig at a ballpark. But other than that, you cannot find anything wrong with this place.
No, it's a beautiful setting.
Love coming here playoff time. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, holding his swing is Jack Leese, and the count will run full with 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, that wind continues to swirl as just watching this flag going from left to right, now blowing out towards center field. It's just, you can tell it's swirling, so it's going to be challenges anytime that ball gets up in the air.
Payoff pitch. This is downstairs, a 2-out walk drawn by Gleese. It's the first walk of the game issued by Martin, and only the 9th of the season.
Number 11, left fielder Luke Gleese.
That will bring up Luke Gleese with 2 down. We'll see this Neshannock team likes to run. We'll see if Jack will be off and running here. Not on the first pitch. It's down in the dirt for ball 1. Luke Gleese, a .250 hitter on the season, but 9 ribbies out of the 9-hole. Swings through an off-speed offering there. Evens the count at 1-1, including one that we got to see. Not you and I personally. It was our colleagues Jay and Lee Moan. Got to see a double squeeze.
Wow.
Where Luke laid a bunt down, and Jack scored all the way from second base. But now Jack's going to get into a rundown as he's picked off between first and second. He's going to hustle all the way back to first, and he was tagged out on the arm. So caught stealing to end the first, caught stealing to end the second. There was a walk in there, but no one left on base. We've played 2 here at Chippewa Park. Back in a moment. Neshannock leading Bentworth 2-0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Top of the third inning, Neshannock leading 2-0 over Bentworth here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Thanks to Aaron Vigiano, our producer. I'm James Dotson, and Tim Continenza alongside, taking you through the middle 3.
Thank you, James. As Aaron Woodhouse, the righty at the plate. Melder on the mound here for the Lancers, entering his 3rd inning. He's given up 1 hit so far today. Foul straight back for strike one.
But through 9 batters, how about this? 8 first pitch strikes, Tim. 1 first pitch ball.
Yeah, that is a manager, pitching coach dream when your starting pitcher gets ahead of hitters. And the ball outside on that breaking ball evens up the count at 1-1. Here's the pitch down low, and it'll make it 1 ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. It popped it up on the left side of the field, and shortstop's going to get underneath it. He'll back up a step and make the play. And that wind is playing havoc out there on any given pop ball, especially to the shortstop.
Shortstop, Colton.
Yeah, I saw that with an issue on the other side as Colton Brightwell caught one, couldn't catch the second, and ended up costing an extra run as next ball hit was a home run. Maybe now a chance to redeem himself, but he steps to the plate.
And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it off to the right side behind us.
We'll have our score updates coming throughout the course of the afternoon. Again, only 1 game going on so far this afternoon, but a big start for Laurel. They now lead 11-4.
Brightwell struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Outside. Makes it 3 balls, 1 strike. Or 1-1. 1-1. Excuse me, yes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Brightwell leads the team, as you would expect your leadoff batter would in terms of batting average, just shy of 500.
Delivery's just outside. Will even the count at 2-2.
Great location on that breaking ball. Right on the corner, maybe a spit outside, just down low. Nothing that's going to be driven if he does swing at it.
Here's the pitch again inside, and he swings a miss. Strike 3. So another one down on strikes here.
His 5th, and that's exactly the point, though, is that even though you don't get the swing and chase on that breaking ball, that means that you can then come back in, give a different eyesight on that fastball running up and in.
That's actually, I got his 6th strikeout.
That's right, he did strike out the side last inning.
Yep, and here's a pitch inside. Ball 1 here.
That's why we have 2 guys working.
Here's the pitch. Melder delivers, and it's going to be slapped between third and short for a base hit by Urcho.
And Urcho, as a catcher, we'll see if they do put in a courtesy runner. Looks like looking for a helmet out there is number 2.
Martin will be coming to the plate. Martin struck out and swinging his first at-bat in the first inning, and they will, it looks like, make the courtesy runner. It's going to be Isaac Reynolds coming in.
Courtesy runner number 2, Isaac Reynolds.
So Isaac Reynolds will run at first base. The speed-up rule for the catcher.
Martin.
So Martin, the pitcher, at the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2 down here in the top of the third. Neshannock leading Bentworth 2-0 here. Urschel takes his lead at first, and he's going to deliver by Melder's going to plunk Martin in the back on that curveball, and that will move runner to second base as he'll take his place with a hit by a pitch.
And I think we're going to have a runner for the pitcher now, too, potentially. We'll see.
I imagine no.
Well, it looks like Coach is going to head back to the third base bag. So he'll run for himself. That's just a curveball that got away from Melder, and now a chance with your cleanup hitter up. Seth Adams trying to cash in.
Swing and a miss from as Melder gets one by, and it's 0-1's the count. 2 men on here, 2 outs, as Brentwood trails by 2. Here's the pitch. Right up the gut. Back to second base. He's going to throw over to the shortstop in time for the out. 4-6 goes the recording. And we have now played 2.5 here. James, do we have a Malley softball minute coming up?
Absolutely. It's time for our Malley minute here on the Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP, though I hate to talk over the trivia question. I forgot about that tradition here as well at Chippewa Park. We'll have to read that one here in a moment, but we'll take a look at what's going on for the softball postseason. Union a first-round bye in the 1A softball rankings. They will play on Thursday against the winner of Jefferson Morgan and St. Joseph. That game going on at 6 o'clock here tonight. In Class 2A, Neshannock gets the number 1 seed. They take on Fort Cherry tomorrow, 5 o'clock at Swickley Academy. We will have that game on the air at lcsportsnet.com. Winner of that one takes on Charleroi or Sarah Catholic. Also in Class 2A, Laurel, the 5 seed, takes on Burgettstown. Winner of that will take on Shar Houston or Riverside. Laurel playing at North Allegheny tomorrow. Tim will have the call of that one tomorrow, hopefully weather permitting, at lcsportsnet.com. Mohawk at Mars will take on Olsh. Olsh is the 6 seed, Mohawk the 11. That game at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Class 3A, Elwood City ended up having a first-round bye revoked. We'll talk more about that in a minute. They are the 4 seed taking on Beaver Falls, the 13 seed. That game today at 4 o'clock. And then winner will play on Thursday against either Southmoreland or Trinity. And finally, in Class 4A, Newcastle into the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. They are the 11 seed. They take on Bell Vernon tomorrow, 5 o'clock at Plum in the 6-11 game. There's your Maley Minute, brought to you by Maley Chiropractic. Maley Chiropractic, keeping you in the game as we keep you informed of the softball happenings across Lawrence County and across the WPIAL here on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
All right, as Martin enters his 3rd inning on the mound here for Brentworth, as they trail this ball game 2-0 to Neshannock. And due up for Neshannock will be Gleese, Pellerino, and Prosson. As we're just a couple moments away here as they throw the pitch down to second base.
So here's the fun story about why Elwood City lost their first-round bye. Basically, the last team in, Beaver Falls, was only recorded at a 2-7 record. Well, there was no information given that they had gotten a forfeit win in one of their games, and that forfeit win gave them a tie for the last place in the section and allowed them to get into the postseason as a result. So after the brackets are released, they then have to go back and fix the brackets, and Elwood City had the final bye, and that final bye goes bye-bye.
Oh, how about that? The bunt try there on the first pitch, strike 1. They'll swing and bunt down the third baseline, will go foul. And they'll make it 0-2 here.
Good job
on Gleese.
Yeah, good job there at third base by Zane Woodhouse, making sure it got all the way foul, plenty into the dirt beyond the chalk.
So the left fielder Gleese at the plate to start this 3rd inning here for the Lancers. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He'll go down on strikes here to open the inning. And they'll bring up Pellerino. Pellerino, the lefty. Steps in. He popped up to start the ball game to the shortstop. Here's the pitch. And he lays down a bunt. And it's going to be picked up there. And throw across, going to be errant throw, and he'll get safe for first. And I don't know, I think he might have beat that one out.
It was going to be close. I think
that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, I think you got to rule an error. It was close enough. Our official scorekeeper says error. I got to
go with the error, exactly.
Yep, I think if it was a little bit more down the third baseline, I could maybe make a benefit of the doubt that the bunt forced the throw to be off. But I think you got to call that the 3rd error of the game against Blackhawk.
Brentworth.
We're at Blackhawk. Bentworth. You know what? I knew that was going to happen at some point. I knew it.
Renner takes his lead at first. And they're going to show the bunt again, and he'll pull it back, ball 1.
So interesting here. 3 batters in a row
ball, 1 strike. Excuse me, go ahead.
That have attempted a bunt here. Yeah, 1-1 to count. But interesting that, yeah, you've maybe something seen in the scouting report, thinking, hey, we're going to try to bunt a little bit here.
Throw over to first. Back safely.
Force the defense to make some plays.
Is Pellerino. Yeah, 3rd straight batter to show bunt. So Prosson at the plate. Pellerino takes his lead at first. Quick throw over, and he's back safely. Yeah,
They got to be heads up. Great move going over to first base. Crossan leads the team with 16 runs at the plate, but now trying to add on to his RBI total. 7 ribbies on the season.
Lefty looks and throws. And foul straight back here. Make it 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Martin already up to 41 pitches. 42 after that one. Melder unofficially at 44 after 3 innings.
Pellerino at first. And swinging a foul back again. They'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We know that there are coaches listening in if they're going to their respective games or watching back on the archives. That's pitch count. Straight off of a Game Changer. How awesome is the Game Changer app to allow us to help keep track as well?
So takes his lead at first. The lefty snap throws over. And a nice scoop there by Scott on that low throw.
Pitch count ever important. And they give an extra 5 in the postseason. 105 the limit for a complete game.
So Pellerino takes his lead, swing and a miss. Strike 3 here as Crossan goes down swinging. That's the second out of the inning. And
third baseman Colton
number 7 on the strikeouts. And I'll bring up Schaefer. Schaefer had the big 2-run homer in the first inning. And it gave us where we're at, the 2-0 lead here for the Lancers. So Pellerino will take his lead at first. Martin, the lefty, on the mound. Schaefer at the plate here for the Lancers. And he's going to pop it up in the infield. And shortstop going in, and Brightwell will make the catch. And now end the inning here as you are watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP, on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale-Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
As we get to move to the top of the 4th inning, it is Burt, Scott, and Batcher due up here for Brentworth. Facing, of course, Melder for the Lancers as the righty winds and throws. And his swing goes deep center field. As center fielder creeps back, goes against the base of the wall, bounces behind him. He's going to go for 3 as he'll get a stand-up triple to start the inning. Wow, what a nice run there, or swing and running of the bases by Burt for that stand-up triple.
I mentioned he's got a little bit of everything. That's his team-high 4th triple of the season. I mean, just to put that in comparison, the rest of the team has 2 triples combined. So, first pitch swinging, drills it right off of the base of the wall in right center field. Impressive, impressive swing, and then no doubt, especially when it kicked back past Cubelis as he was trying to track it down, made an easy decision to go for 3rd. Great way to start the top of the 4th inning for Bentworth.
So they'll bring the infield in a little bit on the left side. That pitch was outside, ball 1. So Melder on the mound. High ball 2. Facing his first kind of situation where you have runner in scoring position, less than 2 outs. And there's a fly ball. It's going to fall. Looks like we had a diving catch. Oh, by right field. They're going to tag up and get the run scored on the sac fly, as Pallarino made a nice play, diving in and making that play.
And they're going to throw with a third base, because with the dive, you wonder if he left early, and they say no, he did not. Because it's not about when the catch is made. It's about when it would be at a routine spot at chest high. So even if the runner did leave slightly early, it would have been because of at the normal effort. But a great diving catch by Pallarino in right field to at least put a damper on this inning, even though a run scores.
Well, Scott comes through with at least the sac fly to get the run in to cut the score down to 2-1 here. There's pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
That would have been my guess, too. Yeah.
Here's the pitch by Melder. Up high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But effective, as Bearcats have cut the lead in half.
And a foul ball down the first base side. It'll move the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Batcher at the plate here for the Bearcats.
Had a 2-out single in his last at bat. Did a good job going the other way on that at bat. And a good hold here.
Is low. Grant Melder, the junior, on the mound for the Lancers. Here's the pitch, and it's inside, just missed hitting his second batter here as Batcher was able to get out of the way. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. We're in the top of the 4th inning. The Bearcats have gotten 1 run across here in this inning, and that's going to be outside, ball 4. So the inning continues here.
Yep, second walk drawn, and Aiden Bochter now at first base, a senior with some wheels as well. 7 stolen bases for him. So we'll see if he might be off and running. It's his second time on base.
So Batcher at first takes his lead. Woodhouse, that is Zane Woodhouse, at the plate. And that goes inside, back to the screen, and rolls up the third base line. But Wren is able to cover and keep the runner at first base.
Yeah, not a big backstop here. So part of it on that is that you have to see it immediately, and you have to look for a kick. And especially on something like that it kicks down the first baseline, or the third baseline there, tough for a guy at first base to maybe see. As a good timeout, I think, here is Coach Colero is going to go and use his Ponch's Insurance trip to the mound and have a chance to talk with his junior pitcher out there, calm him down maybe a little bit and tell him to settle in. Well, guess what? That's what you get when you go to Ponch's Insurance as well. Dan Ponch's is your coach and puts the attention to the things that you own, so you can put your attention to those you love.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here, top of the 4th. 1 run already in here for the Bearcats. And that will go down low, and it's now 2-0. So Melder struggling here in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be on the outside corner for a strike. Makes it 2 balls, 1 strike. So Batcher is taking his lead at first. Here's the pitch by Melder, and it's going to be inside. Ball 3, 3-1. Zane Woodhouse at the plate here for the Bearcats. Batcher takes his lead at first. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be on the outside corner for a strike, and it'll run to a 3 ball, 2 strike full count here. Here's the pitch on the outside corner, strike 3. So Woodhouse goes down second time on a call, strike 3.
And first time it was on a pitch on the inside corner, that time painting the outside corner. Strikeout number 7 for Grant Melder. Both Melder and his counterpart Martin coming into this inning right at that 44-45 pitch mark.
And a foul ball. Make it strike 1. Batcher at first, and this is Aaron Woodhouse now at the plate, number 24. Batcher takes his lead at first. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2 now, Melder. Looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. It's going to be on the outside corner with a breaking ball. Strike 3 called.
So you give up the triple and the sac fly and a walk, but then come right back at it with back-to-back Ks. Good job to work out of it for Grant Melder and keep it a 1-run Neshannock lead.
Bearcats score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. Middle of 4.
Yeah, you're watching Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a mission of personal integrity. It's really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
We move to the 4th inning as Martin on the mound here for the Bearcats, facing his counterpart in Grant. And pop up deep into the power alley, and this one just may sail over, and it does. Home run. How about that? As Grant Melder gets a hold of one and puts it into the power alley into left center for the home run.
And again, I would think if you talk to Grant, he's going to say he didn't get all of that. He got under it just a bit. But the way this wind is blowing, you get it up into the air, anything's got a chance to go, and that one carried out. And how about this? Melder gave up on the first pitch at the top of the inning, a triple to right center field off the wall. What does he do? He comes back, first pitch swinging, drills one out of the park himself, his first dinger of the year.
3-1 Lancers lead here. Here's the pitch from Martin. Swing and a miss here from Wren. Nathan Wren, the catcher, 6 foot, stands at the plate. Ground ball, third base side, foul. He's down 0-2 on the count. Yeah,
Here Coach Q saying at third base, all right, it's an 0-2 count. Now sit back, think right center field. Good coaching, good advice.
Here's the pitch up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, still get it. Love what Grant Milder did, and he helped himself out on the mound with that home run. Here's the pitch from Martin. The lefty delivers. Up high, 2-2. Nathan grounded out too short in his first at-bat in the first inning. And outside, 3-2. So he was up 0-2 on the count. He's now down, or I should say, has run it out to a 3-2 count. Foul it straight back, and we'll do it again. So Martin, the lefty on the mound here for the Bearcats. Working from the third base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. And it's a pop-up in the infield. Shortstop is there, and he shades his eyes and makes the nice catch there for Brightwell for the first out.
But go back to that Melder home run for a minute there, Tim. We mentioned earlier, again, Neshannock without their leading hitter, their leading RBI man, and Andrew Fry ineligible for the playoffs. And, Coach Q basically was like, hey, this is going to be a challenge for our 3-4-5 hitters. They need to step up. Well, it was Nate Rind who stepped up in that season finale. Three hits in that game, 3 RBIs, a lot of big stuff for him.
Ground ball to first base, picked up there, unassisted for the out.
But then today, it's the other two in that 3-4-5 spot, Colton Schaefer and Grant Melder, each with home runs in today's game. So, I mean, you challenge your guys. It's a next man up mentality. Hey, they're taking advantage of those opportunities. And, again, I don't think either one would say that's the hardest hit ball that they've hit on the year by far, but you hit it well enough, and good things happen.
So Jake Wren at the plate now. He's the DH here today. Struck out in his first at-bat in the second inning. Here's the pitch. Foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Battle of 21s as Martin wears 21 on the mound here for the Bearcats. And Jake has number 21 as the DH and at the bat. At the plate here for the Lancers.
Senior on freshman.
Here's the pitch. Outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Cubellis and Rind, the freshman, hitting 6th and 7th here. Both were members of the Youngstown Pony League World Series team last year that made it, I believe it was all the way to the semifinals.
Here's the pitch. And it's swung on and into center field for a base hit. As Rind rounds first. And we'll head back and hold for the single, but a nice bit of hitting there by Jake Rind for the base hit.
Yeah, Rind, who actually started the year as the everyday third baseman when Colton Schaefer was basically put on the DL throwing-wise for the beginning of the year. And now they've kind of flip-flopped roles as Rind has moved into that DH spot. But how about Rind, almost 500 as a freshman in terms of his on-base percentage. But a good one-out single there, or two-out single, excuse me.
And he takes his lead at first, and that pitch from Martin outside, ball 1. So Gleese at the plate now here for the Lancers. Swing and a miss, evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, good off-speed pitch there. Looked like maybe a changeup, but it had Gleese way out in front.
So Rind takes his lead at first. The lefty checks on him and delivers. And he'll hit him in the backside. He'll take his base, and they'll move runner to first and second here.
So now each team getting some base runners the hard way. And that brings Luke Gleese up, who was left in the batter's box, as Neshannock actually had caught stealing to end the first and the second inning. One on a true steal attempt, one on a pickoff to first, where Jack got into a rundown. That's where Jack is now. So Gleese on base twice without an official at bat. But again, was picked off to end the second inning. Now 2 on. Can Luke Gleese in the 9-hole deliver and extend this Lancer lead?
So Gleese at the plate with 2 on. Swing and hits it down the left field line. That's in for a base hit. That will score at least 1, as they'll get the base hit and runners will move the second base on the play, move up a base, and it's now 4-1 Lancers as they add on here in the 4th inning.
And how about that? Production out of your 9 spot. Luke Gleese, his 10th ribby of the season, scores Jake Rind from second base. And another inning with multiple runs put on the board for Neshannock.
Yeah, and multiple hits for the first time, as we've now seen 3 hits in the inning.
Yeah, 2 in the first, and then pretty much nothing until this last inning. A leadoff home run from Melder really starting it off, but then go back to Jake Rind. He keeps his hands back just long enough on an off-speed pitch to be able to get good power on it to get it into play. The hit batsman moves him to second, and then he scores on that Luke Gleese. And again, first pitch swing. You see a pitch, especially when you got a guy as crafty as Martin. If you see that first pitch fastball and you can jump on it, that's what Melder did, and then that's what Gleese did there. They're taking advantage.
So Josh Pallarino now at the plate here for the Lancers with runners at first and second. Facing the lefty, Martin. The starter checks on the runners. Here's the pitch. And he fouls or pops it up, actually. And it's going to be lost in the sun, and it's going to drop, and it's going to score a run as he'll on the error out in right field. With that ball being lost in the sun will be a two-base error. And a run will score here for the Lancers.
Yeah, the sun, the wind, everything just playing havoc, and it was kind of in no man's land, so having to come in at full speed was Aaron Woodhouse trying to come in and try to make that play. But then in the end, he ends up overrunning it, having to try to get back to it. And I will give him credit because he got to it quickly after that and made sure there was only one run that came across.
Got to give a lot of credit to actually Pallarino, who continued to run on that play to make sure he got the extra base at it when it dropped.
Second time he's been on base by an error today.
So runners at second and third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A ground ball between short and third will go into right field for a base hit, score a run, and I'll move runners to third and first. So first and third here for the Lancers. They continue this big inning as Gleese comes across the plate.
Third baseman, Colton.
I'll tell you what, Lucas Burt was playing well in on that as well. He was ready to try to gun out Pallarino going to the plate, but there was no chance whatsoever because he basically fielded that ball on the edge of the dirt in the infield.
So Schaefer coming into the plate.
That's now 4 hits in the inning for Neshannock.
Here's the pitch. And it's driven deep into the power alley over the head of the left fielder. It goes all the way to the wall. This will score one as they're going to send the runner from first all the way around. He will score on the double by Schaefer. A 2-run double here as Neshannock is breaking this open now. 8-1.
Schaefer, his 16th hit of the season, Tim. 7 doubles, 3 home runs, and 1 triple. So if you add that up, that's 11 of his 16 hits are extra base hits. He has the flair for the big stick.
And we have batted around here in the 4th inning here for the Lancers. They led off this inning on a Grant Melder home run. And they have continued to score since. Now down to 2 outs here as Melder back at the plate here for the Lancers against Martin.
Schaefer now with 4 ribbies on the day, too, by the way.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1's now the count. Here on Grant Melder. Here's the pitch. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or excuse me, 2 balls, 1 strike. So Schaefer's at second base here for the Lancers with 2 down. Melder in his second at bat here in the inning. Ground ball back to the pitcher, Martin. He'll field it. He'll run over and underhand it. Almost threw it too high. But a nice play there by first baseman Scott to end the inning. But a big inning here for the Lancers as they score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times? 6 times. Yeah, 6 times to take a 8-1 lead here as we move to the 5th inning. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
As we move to the 5th inning here.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
I mean, 4 errors for Bentworth and Neshannock taking advantage, but you get 6 runs in that inning on 5 hits, an error and a hit batsman. I mean, just capitalizing on the opportunities that Neshannock was given in that last inning. By the way, real quick, I want to give a shout-out to the Crane Room. Our score updates on the bottom line you'll be seeing are brought to you by the Crane Room. Here's one that we won't see on there, but thanks to Walt, I guess, a 12-4 lead for Riverview after 5 innings in that game. So it looks like we might have a rematch.
And here's a deep hit. This one just may leave the park, and it does. Home run here by Brightwell off of Melder to start the 5th inning.
Solo home run for Colton Brightwell.
Well, how about that? I mean, exact same scenario. First pitch of the inning, and just jumping right on it and driving it. And I mean, the first 2 that were hitting this game by Neshannock, a little bit up in the air, weren't sure if it was going to have the distance. This one was a no-doubter.
Yeah.
To finish that thought real quick, though, Tim, as it's now 8-2 here in that Riverview game. Riverview with the win will mean that they will play Union, which is a rematch of last year's 1A WPIAL championship game, which Jake Vitale threw the no-hitter in last year.
Here's Melder's delivery. And it goes back to the screen, ball 2. Urcho at the plate now here for Brentworth. He singled in his last at-bat, back in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike here as we are in the 5th inning. Melder delivers. Outside, 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Going to be on the inside corner for a strike. And we have full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here to Urcho. Here's the pitch. And it's a fly ball foul, left side and out of play.
Into the woods, and lots of woods around here, which is why there's about 4 boxes of baseballs waiting here to be used.
I was going to say, you don't want to be the freshman to have to go find that one, do you?
Yeah, no. I do not envy any of the Blackhawk players when they're playing their home games here having to chase down foul balls.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Melder records his first out of the inning on the swinging strikeout. That's his 9th.
Yep, didn't trust my numbers. I don't know why I didn't trust my numbers, but.
Yeah.
Pitcher Noah Martin.
So Noah Martin coming to the plate, the lefty, with 1 down. Here's the pitch. Foul back, strike 1 here.
By the way, just for a pitch count update, that was pitch number 73 thrown by Grant Melder. On the other side, you're at 69 pitches thrown by Bentworth's Noah Martin, who's now at the plate. 0 for 1, strikeout, and a hit batsman in his 2 plate appearances.
Here's Melder's delivery. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the 5th inning. 8-2. The Lancers lead the Bearcats. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Mind you, coming up after the game on our Tri-County Principals post-game show, Tim, we're going to have some fun trying to figure out a LCAP Player of the Game award as well as our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game.
Yeah, it'll be quite a challenge here today. Here's the pitch by Melder. Swing and a miss. Caught, actually foul tipped. Caught by Ren, the catcher, for strike 3.
Strikeout number 10 of the game for Melder. And the second time Martin has been retired on strikes. Seth Adams 0 for 2 now to the plate.
Adams steps in from the right side against Melder. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, third base side, foul.
Hope you caught that on the camera. Nice hands over there by Bentworth third base coach. The arm not so much. And he gives a little chuckle. I didn't loosen up.
Here's the pitch. And he'll reach out and foul that one back. 0-2.
I have, unofficially, 18 first pitch strikes versus just 4 first pitch balls thrown by Grant Melder. He's done a great job of commanding the zone on that first pitch especially. That's
he
huge.
Certainly has. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be slapped between the hole at short and third for a base hit. That's the second hit of the inning here for Bentworth. As Adam reaches, and they'll bring up Burt.
And that one on 0-2 breaking ball. I mean, you can't give a great hitter like Seth Adams that good of a pitch on that count there. And what's all it was is that's a pitch that's intended to be out of the zone, something that would be chased. But instead, he leaves it up, a hanger, and Adams makes him pay.
And a curveball inside, ball 1.
And that's about the only thing you could say about Melder right now is the curveball has been left high a couple of times. Other than that, he's been absolutely stellar on the bump today.
Adam takes his lead at first, and the ball's inside. Is going to get behind Wren, and Adams will advance to second base on the pass ball.
I mean, that's a tough one, wild pitcher pass ball, because I think that's one that Wren thinks he should have had, and I believe he should have had, but that was also.
You could go either way. The reason I would call it a pass ball is because he got a glove on it. And that's basically it. I mean, yes, it was not a close strike,
right,
or in close to the zone. However, he was able to get glove on it, and that's usually how I usually go with pass ball versus the wild pitch on a ball that was not in the dirt.
But that means we have another Pontius Insurance trip to the mound for Coach Quilero of the Neshannock Lancers. Gives us a chance to give a shout out to our friends at the Red Zone. A lot of spirit sales going on for baseball season, and a lot of Red Zone RBIs out there today. Right now, leading the way, 4 Red Zone ribbies for Colton Schaefer for Neshannock, a 2-run home run and a 2-run double in his plate appearances here today, giving Neshannock this 8-2 lead. Make sure you stop by the Red Zone just up the road from Neshannock High School. Lots of great stuff to fit any of your needs here throughout the baseball postseason.
Adams at second base as Miller turns and looks and runs Adam back to second base.
I think he got away with a balk there, to be honest there, Tim.
Here's the pitch, and on the inside corner for a strike.
Because I'm not sure he stepped off the back of the rubber. I thought he stepped forward.
That was close, yeah. So Adam takes his lead at second base, 2 down. Here's the pitch inside. They'll knock down Burt at the plate on that curveball that was late breaking.
Give a shout out to Hannah Bowen, too, running the cameras for us today.
The junior Grant Melder on the mound. Here's the pitch. Going to be on the outside corner for a strike to to bring it out to a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Here on Burt.
Pitch number 85 coming from Melder here.
Check on the runner. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. And the inning continues here for the Bearcats on the walk.
How about the freshman Lucas Burt on base 3 times today?
Yeah.
A triple sandwich between a pair of walks.
First baseman John
Scored that first run for the Bearcats. Scott now at the plate. Swing and a foul tip. And strike 1 here.
Scott, who hit the fly ball to right field for one of our early nominees for our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game, was a sac fly for an RBI, but a diving catch from Pallarino in the last at bat.
Here's the pitch, up high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And right now, Melder's has kind of lost the release point on that off-speed pitch, Tim. He's dropping down maybe a little bit and not following through. You're seeing that breaking ball be left upstairs.
Laboring a little. He'll throw over to first, and the runner will get back. That is Burt at first. Adams is at second, 2 down here. 1 run already across in the 5th inning on a Brightwell home run to lead off the inning here for the Bearcats. And this ball will be hit into the hole for a base hit. They'll send the runner from second home. Here comes the throw. He'll score to make it 8-3 in the second run across this inning as Adams scores. As Burt will check in at second base on the base hit by Scott.
And that one it looked like the second hop may have hit right off the edge of the grass. It didn't bounce up like Schaefer was expecting. just under the glove enough to get into the outfield for a 2-out RBI single for John Scott, his second ribby of the game.
So Batcher at the plate. And he'll foul one straight back. And Miller quickly up 0-1 here with 2 down here in the 5th. As the Bearcats have answered back with 2 here in the top of the 5th inning after that big 6-run inning by the Lancers in the bottom of the 4th.
Oh, you knew they weren't going to go away. This is a team that hits the ball well, top to bottom. They were going to be a tough out, and, you know, they had 3 hits through the first 4 innings, 3 hits in this inning alone.
Here's the pitch by Melder, and it's inside. And just getting out of the way was Batcher on that fastball.
Yeah, and again, it's just not figuring out that release point.
Yeah,
is all it is. So
might be a little fatigue coming into this. He's reached about the 90 pitch mark. Here's the pitch, and it's going to go inside again on the fastball. 1-1, or 3-1, excuse me.
And you wonder what Neshannock will have. Haven't looked to see if anybody's warming up in the bullpen.
Melder checks on the runner. Here's the pitch. And Batcher's going to foul this one off to the right side, and we'll do it again here. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, especially, again, we mentioned what Fry does at the plate, but he's been your number 3 or number 4 pitcher, and especially coming out of the bullpen. I don't think any starts on the year for Fry. Ineligible for the playoffs, so that's just 1 fewer arm that you have available for this.
Melder turns and throws to second base, and Burt gets back. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Batcher at the plate, and high ball 4. And the second walk here, and now we have bases loaded.
Bases full of Bearcats. Can Bentworth cash in? I mean, another hit here.
And that will be the second trip out, I believe, this inning.
Yeah, and so we'll see if it's a talking to or if it will be.
No, this we have to remove them, I believe.
No, do not have to.
Okay.
But it looks like they
will. Will, yeah.
And they're going to be bringing in Jacob Walzer to throw. 12 innings thrown on the year for Walzer. A 1-2 record. He does have a save to his credit. Actually, in the first series of the year, it feels like forever ago, back against Shenango. A 2.92 earned run average for Walzer, but he's going to inherit a bases-loaded jam. Melder will get some final numbers, well, as final as we can get it. 4 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 6 hits, given up 3 runs, all earned, but he's responsible for everybody still on the base paths. 10 strikeouts and 4 walks.
Now pitching for Neshannock, number 14, Jacob Walzer.
So Jacob into the game here for the Lancers, coming in a precarious situation with bases loaded, full of Bearcats, 2 down, as the Lancers lead is 8-3 here, as they've seen the Bearcats answer with 2 here in the top of the 5th after that big 6-run bottom of the 4th by the Lancers. Jacob, the junior, on the mound here, getting his warms-ups in. This inning began on a Brightwell home run here for the Bearcats. And then Melder got the next 2 swinging on strikeouts. But then the bats came back alive here for the Bearcats with 2 singles and 2 walks to extend this inning out and to knock out Melder here at 4 2/3 innings of work and bases loaded. So Jacob Walzer in now for the Lancers.
Now batting
Zane Woodhouse coming into plate.
Zane Woodhouse.
The righty versus righty here. Bases loaded here for the Bearcats. Walzer's pitch. Going to be on the outside corner for strike 1.
And comes right in and throws a first pitch strike. Love seeing that.
So Walzer checks on the sign. Here's the pitch. Foul ball, right side. And he's quickly up 0-2 on Woodhouse. This is the 8th player to bat this inning here for Bentworth. Defense playing straight away. Walzer with the pitch. Strike 3 called to end the inning as the Bearcats will leave them loaded. They scored 2 in the inning as they now trail 8-3 to the Lancers. You're watching Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at .com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
As we move to the bottom of the 5th inning, the Lancers leading the Bearcats 8-3 here. It'll be Rin Kubilis and Rin due up here for the Lancers.
Well, Lancers able to get out of that jam. Jacob Walzer getting 3-pitch strikeout coming out of the bullpen. Tell you what, that's something for your wall. I bet Mom's got a picture of that one. You can get something for your wall, too. Check out select photos from today's game and from the next game coming up from Shenango as well, thanks to Something for Your Wall Photography. Check them out on our website and on Facebook and Twitter.
And the lefty still on the mound here for the Bearcats. Gets strike 1 to Rin.
70th pitch, by the way, there by Martin.
And deep fly ball into the side, power alley, and this one will leave the yard as Rin gets another run back here for the Lancers on the 3rd home run of the game here for Neshannock.
You lose your top hitter. I feel like a broken record. You lost your top hitter. He's got 5 home runs. The rest of the team has 2 combined. Schaefer gets his 3rd. Melder and Rind each get their 1st of the season. Rind had a couple last year. I believe Melder had one last year. So they're no, it's not like they've never hit home runs before. But, oh, man.
Yeah.
That 3-4-5 hitter, how would they respond? I don't know. Pretty well, Tim.
They've done well. There's no question about it. And this one will be fouled straight back here. And this one's in play, and nice play there by Urcho, tracking that ball in the wind, making the play in foul ground down the 3rd base line.
Well, just as a catcher in general to make that play, impressive enough. But to be able to get it in foul territory with the wind, also fighting the sun a little bit in that direction, to be able to make that catch. Very impressive play from the catcher.
And I'll bring up Jake Wren now, the DH here for the Lancers. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Martin delivers. And we have another pop-up foul ball, but this one looks like he'll get out of play. 9-3, Lancers leading the Bearcats as we are in the bottom of the 5th inning here. Jake Wren at the plate. He struck out in the 2nd inning and got a base hit and scored a run in that big 4th inning. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wren at the plate facing the lefty. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be popped up center field. That's going to get into the gap, and this one may fall, and it does. Wren's going to dig for second base. He's going to make the turn and hang on there with a 2-base hit for Jake Wren, the DH. He has gotten on base back-to-back at-bats now.
So some power from the junior and the freshman, the Wren brothers. And that might be the end for Noah Martin here. I think we are going to be getting a pitching change from Bentworth. Is a couple hard hit balls in a row, and hit number 8 and 9 on the day for Neshannock.
So he'll leave runner at second base. That will be his responsibility, and we'll see who comes to the bump to pitch the rest of the way here for Brentworth. 9 runs, 9 hits for the Lancers, 3 runs, 6 hits, and 4 errors for Brentworth. Martin will change his glove. He'll stay in the game. And it looks like see if we got. Do I have that? Number 12.
Urcho is going to come.
Oh, Urcho. Okay.
So didn't even notice.
Yeah.
So apologies, because it was actually would have been. Yeah, Urcho.
I had him.
So he must have changed out of the gear that quickly. So very, very quickly. So let's get some numbers on the junior. Urcho actually leads the team, or behind Martin, I should say, number 2 in terms of innings pitched, 21 innings on the year, 24 strikeouts, 10 walks, with an earned run average of 1.69. His 7th appearance of the season, the 4th coming out of the bullpen. He does have a save to his credit on the year.
So Urcho, the righty, now on the mound here, as the new catcher will be number 25.
That's John Scott, who moved from first base.
First. And I believe Martin will move to first base.
As a lefty, that would make sense.
I see him come back on the field with the gloves, so I just was trying to figure out where they were going to put him, and that's where they're going to put him, it looks like.
I was trying to see if they thought there may have been someone coming out from the outfield, but it looks like everything else is the same.
Yes.
So Urcho to the mound, Martin to first, Scott behind the dish. For Bentworth, some numbers on Martin. 9 runs, 8 being marked as earned runs, 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. He also hit a batter, did Noah Martin, and he's responsible for Jake Wren, the freshman, standing at second base.
Jack Gleese now comes to the plate here for the Lancers with Jake Wren at second base. Here's the pitch from Urcho, and it's strike 1. So Urcho, the righty on the mound. Wren takes his lead at second. They'll throw over, and they got him leaning. He'll run towards third base. He's in a rundown. They'll run him back towards second. And he'll dive in. He's going to get back to second base safely as they overthrew the second baseman shortstop at second base, and the second baseman was there to make the play.
Well,
actually, take that back. That was coming all the way in from right field making that play.
As he should have been. Woodhouse, that's an outfielder's dream to get in there and be part of it. But here's the thing. Third baseman coming at him, his brother Zane, and maybe they're used to it playing pickle in the backyard, but one of the last things you want to do is that pump fake, because all you can do is confuse your fielder as well. You get one too many pump fakes, and the ball's whizzing by your head, and that's basically what happened there.
They'll square the bunt, and he'll pull it back. Ball 1, strike 1. As Jack Gleese is at the plate here for Neshannock. As Wren was able to get back to second base on that pickle play. And there's a base hit out into left field. And we're going to have runner interference here, or fielder's interference, I believe. Will he get the extra base?
Yeah, I don't know how you can
not give him home plate, right?
I mean, it's tough. You can't assume that he's going to get home, but I mean, he's rounding to go home. You're only guaranteed the base that you are going to.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're going to have at least the umpires be able to talk to each other and be able to determine what it would be. It would have been a bang-bang play because, again, playing well in was Lucas Burt. But I think you only can be guaranteed that base.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is, just the one base given. And so runners at first and third on the base hit. So now Luke Gleese at the plate. With Gleese at first and Wren at third, and runner goes to throw down to third base, and it's going to be safe back there as the stolen base happens as Jack Gleese steals second.
I think it was a strike on the pitch, but no, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure neither, to be honest. Oh, we're going to go with that. Here's the runner coming in home for home on a squeeze play, and he'll score, and it's going to be a foul ball. So all that will be not, and it'll just be a strike.
And squeeze attempt there, and again, we mentioned he had a double squeeze earlier in the year. Is that one? Tell you what, Jack was thinking about it again as he was rounding hard at third base.
1 ball, 1 strike.
But go back to that pickoff attempt at third base. Good job of Wren getting back and standing up, making it more difficult for them to be able to get that pitch or to get that catch and a tag. If you go down sliding, it ends up being an easy one.
And that pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Runners at second and third here for the Lancers. They're up 9-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Again, they're going to do the suicide squeeze, and he's going to foul it off. And he will be out swinging.
No, it was 2-1. Now it's 2-2.
2-2. I'm sorry. That's right. I had it reversed there. 2-2. Let's see what. Runners at second and third. Urso with the pitch. And a ground ball to third base. Be picked up. And no play. Scores. Runner gets back. Rounds third. Gets caught leaning the wrong way. But the run's going to count as he scored before the out.
So infield single with an RBI and a great play by Zane Woodhouse at third base. Knew he didn't have a play at third. Gave the hard pump, hoping that the runner going third would round a bit too hard, and he caught everybody napping. And a great effort by both players diving back.
So that was the second out of the inning.
Now batting right fielder Josh Pallarino.
So runner now at first base is Luke Gleese. He'll take off running. He'll throw down second base. He'll be safe.
Another runner in scoring position, though. And you're top of the order up.
Here's the pitch. Foul back.
Now, Neshannock aggressive on the base pads. You get a couple of stolen bases, but you've also had now 3 guys who have been out on plays on the bases.
Urso checks on the runner. Here's the pitch. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. Down low. 3 balls and a strike.
Crossan in the on-deck circle. He scored twice. Pallarino's reached twice, both on errors.
Throw to second base, goes into center field, and now put Gleese at third base.
And what's tough is like that as a young pitcher, one of the things I think doesn't get preached into your head enough on that inside move is that you don't need to make the throw. I mean, Luke Gleese is only about 2 feet off the bag. Urcho doesn't need to make that throw, but because he does, and because the runner's already there, very easy to do exactly what Urcho did and just airmail it.
Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike. Luke Gleese at third base. Here's the pitch. Outside, and as Pallarino draw the walk.
Second baseman, J.R. Prosson.
Where? 11? Oh, 10. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So first and third again. You wonder what fun stuff you have going on. You always know these teams have the fun first to third moves. And
Here's the pitch from Urcho. Runner goes. Throw out to second base again, not in time. And now put another runner in scoring position here.
So 3 stolen bases this inning alone for Neshannock.
Yeah.
3 runs away from a mercy rule. So the winning run essentially at the plate.
Here's the pitch. There's what drive into the alley, but this left fielder is going to come in, and Bert's going to make the play.
At full extension, good jump off of the bat. Although if he didn't have the perfect jump off the bat, he would not have gotten to it. But a couple more runs on the board for Neshannock. 2 runs on 4 hits. And they leave 2 runners on. But Neshannock a 7-run lead here, Tim.
No errors, 1 man left.
All right.
After 5
We've
complete,
played 5 complete. Neshannock leading the Bearcats. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity, it's really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
As we move to this top of the 6th inning, it's now time to bring my partner back for the rest of the game. Here's James Dotson.
And right like that, first pitch swinging. God, these guys aren't afraid to swing the bat for either team. First pitch swinging is Aaron Woodhouse, gets a leadoff single and turns the lineup over. That is hit number 7 of the ball game for the Bentworth Bearcats, but they trail here in the top of the 6th by a 10-3 scoreline. Walzer comes set. First pitch swinging again. This one's popped up on the right side of the infield. Prosson going back. Pallarino is going to call him off and make the catch in right field for the first out of the inning. By the way, the rest of those changes, Melder went to first base. Valentine, who was at first base and being DH for out of the game, that's where Walzer entered into the lineup. Nice play there by Pallarino.
Okay, I was going to say Pallarino did a great job there calling off the runner or the second baseman to make that play, taking charge of that fly ball.
Bring up Landon Urcho, pickoff attempt to first. Sliding back in safely is Woodhouse. Urcho move from catcher to pitcher. You don't see that very often, but in Class 1A, 2A baseball,
it can happen.
Pitcher and catcher are your best athletes. More often than not, you're going to have them working.
Exactly.
That one misses upstairs for ball 1. Checks his swing. They're going to ask and say he did hold up. 2-0 the count to Urcho. 8 ribbies on the season for the junior. Winner's going to take on either Seton LaSalle or Northgate. That game was scheduled to start at 4 o'clock, but or 4:30 actually, but sounds like that's not going to happen. Good breaking ball there on 2-0 for strike 1. Evens the count at 2-1. Laurel the only final so far. They were a 1 o'clock start and defeated Shadyside 13-4. Decent lead at first. Now a half step back to make sure with a 7-run deficit. This one foul tipped. Evens the count at 2-2.
Looks like Walzer is working right in the middle of the pitching rubber.
Only 3 games this year, Tim, not played on turf for Neshannock, so you wondered how that might play a factor. But now they have the dirt bullpen, though, out there at Kirkwood Field. So I'm pretty sure they were probably working their pitchers with practice on that dirt mound. One just downstairs. Count runs full to Urcho. One down here in the top of the 6th inning. Payoff pitch. Popped up. Going back is Rinn. Does he have enough room? Right against the fence, and he had enough room. It went off of his glove, though, as he kind of had to jump to try to get it right before it hit the netting.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough play. Great effort, though, as he went back third base side of the plate and had to go right up against the wall in the netting. And really, it was just an unfortunate scenario there for him, as he just kind of needed about another 6 inches to make the play.
Yeah, 34 feet behind the backstop, I estimated. It was 35. It would have been an out. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch, and this one's fouled back, and Tim Continenza's jumping out of the way.
Yep.
Right in your grill.
I had a little reflex going on there. It's good to know that I'm actually paying attention.
It is. Well, Aaron Vigiano's looking away from the play, but looking at the computer screen. I'm pretty sure he jumped behind you, too. Our producer extraordinaire. Breaking ball, fisted up towards the shortstop. Jack Lee settling under it and makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, Walzer pitching from the stretch, doing a nice job here with the last 2 outs after giving up the leadoff hit.
8 pitch at bat, but 1 by the pitcher. Now with 2 down, Noah Martin to the plate. A .372 hitter on the season, 0 for 2 today. Martin, the starting pitcher, now at first base. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Also 11 ribbies on the year for the senior. Another one just riding outside for ball 2. Two down, top of the 6th. We're going to take either Northgate or Seton LaSalle. Our game coming up next, Shenango and Fort Cherry. Good breaking ball in the outside corner. 2-1 count. Walzer gets the sign from his classmate Rinn. Throw over to first base, diving back in at first. There is Woodhouse. That's Aaron Woodhouse. How about both teams here today? Zane and Aaron Woodhouse, the 8 and 9 batters for Bentworth.
Yes.
Jack and Luke Gleese.
Yes. How about that for symmetry?
For Neshannock. Yeah, kind of fun coincidence. Another fastball. This one does catch the black. Evens the count at 2-2. He's painting that outside corner right now. First 2 just missing. That one catching it.
It's like Brentworth goes, hey, I have a couple of Woodhouses to bat back-to-back. Well, we'll match you with a couple of Gleeses.
The 2-2. Breaking ball for strike 3. Second strikeout in relief for Jacob Walzer. And after a leadoff single, the next 3 batters retired. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We're going to keep it right here, though, on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT, because we want to mention that number 24. You can see it behind the pitcher's mound. I'll try to get you a little zoom in through the screen here. It'll be a little tough, but number 24, we got to give a big shout out to Bobby Amelia, former coach here at Blackhawk. Sadly lost his battle with cancer a couple of years ago, but just an absolute incredible coach, an incredible person all around. Baseball coach, also assistant girls basketball coach, and after a long battle with cancer, and was still coaching all through that as well. Love the tribute. They will keep that number 24 not only on the jerseys, the hats, and the players, but they also have it there behind the pitcher's mound. And he is very much missed, to say the very least here, and just very always so good to us, always willing to give us the time, give us lots of fun information about his players and about his kids. And it was just, it was a tough battle that basically felt the whole community battling with them. So our thoughts and prayers is always with the Amelia family, but love the touching tribute that they continue to use for him out here at Chippewa Park.
Yeah, it's everything you would ever want from a community, and to show the respect and the love and admiration for a longtime coach here in Blackhawk.
Well, the 3-4-5 hitters for Neshannock each have a home run. The 3-4-5 hitters are due up for Neshannock here in the bottom of the 6th inning with a 10-3 lead. Schaefer with a 2-run dinger in the 1st, Melder with a solo shot in the 4th, and Nate Rind with a solo shot in the 5th. First pitch in there as a breaking ball for strike 1. Urcho on the mound here in relief. Another breaking ball swung through by Schaefer.
Schaefer with a 2-base hit his last at-bat to go along with that 2-run homer.
4 ribbies on the day. This one grounded towards third base. Good job to hang on to it by Woodhouse. Throw across the diamond in time. It's a worm burner for the first out of the inning. Schaefer's hit it hard. 3 of his 4 at-bats today. Now Grant Melder to the plate, also 2 for 3.
First baseman, Grant Melder.
Schaefer with those 4 red zone RBIs. Luke Gleason, the 9-hole. A pair of red zone RBIs. How about that? Try to get you some score updates of the other games going on. This one, another chopped grounder. 3 for 4 today for Grant Melder.
He is the pitcher of record. So he's just adding on to the hit total here for the Lancers, now with 12 total hits in the game.
All right, hit number 12. He now has to run for himself. He's no longer the pitcher. Rind in there. First pitch strike on the inside corner. For Bentworth coming up, 4, 5, 6 hitters, Adams, Burt, and Scott. Due up in the top of the 7th for what would be their last chance. This one well upstairs. Wren gets the sign from Coach Q, 20-year assistant here at Neshannock before taking over the reins as the head coach. Hit and run on, and this one's chopped foul down the line. 1 ball, 2 strike.
Yeah, you gotta love the aggressiveness of the Lancers here. You know, they've had the lead throughout the ball game, but as they were able to add that 6th spot in the 4th inning and in the 2 last inning, they did it by running on the base pass, taking advantage of opportunities, and they continue to press forward here in this inning.
Runner goes again. This one's drilled towards left field, going back on his Burt, and it's going to go over his head. Runner going all the way from first and is going to score with ease is Melder. Rind gets another RBI and another extra base hit. A 1-out RBI double for another red zone ribby.
Yeah, homer in his last at-bat and a double in this at-bat here in the 6th inning. As he continues to show that power bat. And he's going to be
Now for Neshannock, number 22, Michael Altmaier.
come off as a courtesy runner, I believe.
Yeah, courtesy for the catcher, and we haven't had a courtesy for the catcher yet. It looks like it's going to be A.J. Brigham who's going to go run in as your courtesy runner for the catcher. 11-3 in favor of Neshannock.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 1, A.J. Brigham.
Brigham on second. Cubelis will try to bring him home. I like that.
Yeah.
And
throw out the second.
Another inside move, and Brigham has to slide his way back in. I have a feeling there might be some base running practice going on tomorrow if Neshannock is able to hold on to this win. There have been some close calls and 3 outs on the base paths for Neshannock today. Good breaking ball there for strike 1 to Dom Cubelis, 0 for 3 today. Breaking ball, and actually this is a pinch hitter, excuse me. I didn't
catch that
I didn't
either.
catch that either. It's Michael Altmaier who's in there to bat, the senior. Altmaier now fouls this one back. 1-2 the count. Serves me right for moving off of Game Changer and going and trying to find some scores on Twitter. Altmaier is senior, been in and out as the DH throughout the course of the year. Pinch hit roll today. No balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball freezes them for strike 3. First strikeout in relief for Urcho, second out of the inning. Now bring Jake Rind in the bat. 2 hits, 2 runs for the younger Rind brother. First pitch in there for ball 1.
Yeah, got a base hit in the 4th inning and a double in the 5th.
Another inside move, and Urcho, smart move not throwing it. Down and in, 2-0 the count. Way outside, so count goes to 3-0 to the DH, Jake Rind. 333 hitter on the season. I mentioned earlier, started the year as the third baseman. Transition to the DH spot. And the freshman draws a 4-pitch walk. Not a bad walk there, is it? With the open base at first. Brings up Jack Least, who's been on base all 3 times today. And 3 different ways, too.
Yes.
Single, a walk, a hit batsman. Was caught on the base paths, though, 2 of those 3 times. That's now 5 in a row out of the zone from Urcho.
Struggling here, just trying to find his zone from the stretch.
Gleese with 10 ribbies on the season. Looking to add to that total, taking all the way there. Count even at 1-1. Again, it's the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for Bentworth in what would be their final opportunity. Breaking ball well up and in. 2-1 to count. 19 total hits in this game, though, Tim. Plenty of offense.
Definitely plenty of offense.
Now 3-1 to count. I'll tell you what, too.
A lot of different style of offense, too. We've
yeah.
seen the running game. We've seen actually some defensive misplays, but more than anything, we've seen the big fly play a big part of this game with 3 home runs here for the Lancers.
And one on the other side for Bentworth, too.
Yeah.
And that one's upstairs. Back-to-back walks.
Yeah, we got
and bases full of Lancers.
Yeah. I think what you may have here is Urcho getting a little tired. You got to remember, he was behind the plate for the first 4 2/3 innings of this ball game. So, I mean, he's been involved in every pitch of this game. As a catcher, you're ready to receive every pitch and be involved in making throws back to the pitcher and down to second base and any other play in the infield. And then you're coming out of that position to go to the mound. It's a big task to ask any player, especially a catcher from behind the plate, to then go from the crouch to go to the mound, to go into a stretch, to go into a windup, and be accurate. I mean, obviously they're young and they can handle it, but it's a big task.
That is DeAndre Alberico, who's now going in as a pinch runner at second base. So courtesy runner Brigham at third, pinch runner Alberico at second, Gleese running for himself at first. 2 down, now working from the windup is Urcho after that Pontius Insurance trip to the mound, and Luke Gleese watches the first pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. Nowhere to put him. And that's actually Alberico now as the winning run standing at second base.
That's what I was just going to say. We complete this inning.
This one, fly ball towards center field.
Looks like he has a track on it.
Oh, he had to backpedal at the end, did Buckner, but he was able to come down with it to end the inning. Another run on the board for Neshannock in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 run on 2 hits. There were also a pair of walks, but the bases left loaded Last chance time coming for the 10-seed Bearcats when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
2 hits, no errors, and
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
And we want to remind you that this game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL and the TribLive High School Sports Network. It is intended exclusively for the benefit of the viewing and listening audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent from the WPIAL and Trib Total Media strictly prohibited. 4-5-6 hitters, Adams, Burt, and Scott coming to the plate here in the top of the 7th inning. Bentworth trailing Neshannock 11-3. First pitch on the inside corner for strike one. Jacob Walzer in his 3rd inning of relief. And Tim, we were talking between innings of whether this is actually considered a save situation for Walzer.
My gut feeling it would be, because he entered with the bases loaded.
It was a 5-run deficit.
Like you said, what we were talking about prior to coming on the air, but you have the winning run on deck when he came, or the tying run on deck when he entered the game. And then he would finish the last, 2 1/3 innings. I would lean towards yes. That'd just be my thought process on that.
This one's fouled back to the screen.
If he can close this out.
Yeah, count 2-2. The one that I know for sure is if you pitch 3 complete innings in relief and finish the game, you could win 25-1,
right,
and that's still considered a save.
Exactly.
So it doesn't have that number to him, but exactly that. When you had the tying run at the plate, that makes the difference. And a breaking ball there fools Adams. Second time he's gone down on strikeouts. The 3rd K for Walzer in relief.
that fielder, Lucas Burt.
Freshman Lucas Burt, he's been on base 3 times today. A triple and a pair of walks.
That's 13 strikeouts for the Lancers here today.
This one up and in for ball 1. Burt has been very impressive today, and only a freshman. Coach Corey and company would be glad to be seeing him coming back for multiple years.
Yeah, scored a run in the 4th inning after hitting that triple.
That's the first run on the board for Bentworth. 1-1 now the count. We'll go through our full scoring recap in our Tri-County Principals post-game show, though it will be abbreviated because we'll have another game we got to get ready for. This one drilled towards third base, but a sinking ball. Looked like that was going to go right at the chest of Schaefer, and then all of a sudden it died. That's going to be a hard shot single.
Yeah. Here's what they call it, the hot corner, for a reason. And that came on Schaefer pretty quickly, and he went down low to try to grab it, but it just kind of hit right before him, and he couldn't quite come up with the ball.
So that brings up John Scott. Pair of RBI on the day, a sac fly and a single, driving in his 2 runs. Pokes this one foul and out of play down the first base line. He's now got 9 ribbies on the year, does the sophomore. Colton Brightwell, Noah Martin, Seth Adams, and Aiden Buchter are the 4 seniors in the starting lineup for this Bentworth team that are 2 outs away from potentially playing their final high school game. This one's drilled down the third base line inside the bag for a base hit, and a good read by the freshman at second base to hold up. Probably could have gotten to third, but it would have been a bang-bang play, and trailing by 8, probably a smart play by Burt to go back.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fundamental baseball. You don't really ever want to make an out at third base, and especially when you're down 11-3 and you need every run possible. Anytime you're on the base path, you represent that potential run to cut into a lead. So, yeah, I think he made a wise decision just to advance 90 feet.
So 2 on. Aiden Buchter, just mentioned one of those seniors, to the plate. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. 9 hits for Bentworth, 13 for Neshannock. Plenty of offense here today at Chippewa Park. This one rides in, 2-0 now the count. But if you're Neshannock, you'll take a couple hits here and there. With an 8-run lead, you're just trying to get out of here with the victory at this point.
That's exactly it. The bottom line is that you want to win in advance in this tournament.
That one down at the knees, but a little too far down. Count now 3-1. Or 3-0, excuse me. Scooter swinging on the 3-0 and a little dribbler towards short, and Gleese to throw on the run. What a play by Jack Gleese to get the out at first, all the way bare hand to first base to get the out.
Yeah, amazing. Slow roller towards short, and Gleese bare-handed it. Never even broke stride, made a nice throw on the run, a strike to first base for the out.
Now down to their last out is Bentworth. Zane Woodhouse at the plate. First pitch swinging is Woodhouse. 3-hopper towards second base, but it gets past Prosson, and that's going to allow 2 runs to score. Bentworth staying alive.
Yeah, error on the second baseman. Will allow 2 runs to score here. Cut the lead down to 11-5.
So no red zone RBI on that, but does bring 2 runs across the board. And now Aaron Woodhouse will try to keep his Bentworth team alive. And we're going to have a quick trip to the mound. Another Pontius Insurance trip to the mound there from Coach Quilero.
Not a bad idea to get out there and just talk to your junior pitcher to make sure he's, under control. He made some nice pitches there. Got a couple ground balls, got a great play by the shortstop for an out. Got the ground ball to second. Unfortunately, Prosson was unable to handle it and kept this game alive. So I might just go out there, settle troops down, talk about all that matters is you got an out at second base or at first base, and let's concentrate on the batter.
And also just to remind your infield what's going on, where you need to be looking. And
they're playing behind the runner.
And that's good signal there from Rinn telling his pitcher to step off the rubber because Melder wasn't yet in position.
Yep, now he's back at first, so they're going to hold the runner.
Now they want to be able to hold that force at second base.
And that's the correct play. I mean, that's exactly what you want to do.
Woodhouse 1 for 3 today. He's fouling this one off down the third base line. Trying to give chase to Schaefer, but running out of real estate. And his throw in airmails. I don't know how you can airmail Walzer.
I was going to say, it's a tall target out there.
This time last year, he's about 5'11", 6 foot.
Gotta love growth spurts, huh?
The 1-1. Breaking ball. Popped into center field. Cubelis coming in, and he's going to make the diving effort, but he's not going to be able to come up with it. Looked like he may have dove just a little too early. Play coming to the plate. Throw to the plate, and it's going to be in time for the final out. The recovery, the throw in, and the relay from Gleese to get the final out of the inning.
That was the play of the game in a sense of Gleese getting the relay and making that perfect strike to home to get the out to end the ball game. And that is the way you draw it up defensively. The outfielder getting it into the shortstop, and the shortstop just delivering a strike to cut down the runner to end the game.
So there are 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits. There was an error, but the last run thrown out at the plate. Your final score, Neshannock 10, Bentworth 5. Neshannock will advance to the WPIAL quarterfinals. We'll be back on our Tri-County Principals post-game show when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Thank you to the Bentworth.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
That was awesome.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
My sheets. There goes 2 of my sheets. Goes my
The Tri-County Principals post-game show here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. 11-5, Neshannock victorious here today. A 6-run 4th inning really broke it open. Our quick scoring recap. How about that? It came back. Tim Continental lost his score sheet in the blustery win. Well, it does swirl. It came right back to us in the press box here. Let's get through our recap. A 2-run home run for Colton Schaefer in the bottom of the 1st inning made it a 2-0 advantage for Neshannock. Bentworth would get that run back in the top of the 4th. A leadoff triple for Lucas Burt, and then scored on a sac fly by John Scott to make it a 2-1 advantage, but Neshannock comes back with a vengeance. They bat around in the 4th inning, scoring 6 runs on 5 hits. It started with Grant Melder. After giving up the home run, gets the home run right back himself. And then after 2 quick outs, next 5 runs scored with 2 outs. A 2-out single from Jake Rinn. Gleese is hit by a pitch. Luke Gleese then gets an RBI single. Pallarino scores a run on an error in the outfield. A single from J.R. Prosson. Then Schaefer brings those 2 in on an RBI double. to end the inning. That made it, at that point, an 8-1 score. Credit to Bentworth. They came right back in, though, in the fifth. 2 runs on the board, Tim, and you get to the bullpen. Anything can happen, but Walzer comes right in and shuts him down. Talk real quick about how big that is with the bases loaded.
Jacob Walzer came in with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and had to come in and throw strikes, and did exactly that and got the out to get out of the inning, and then went the rest of the way to really help this Lancers pitching staff to set up for the next opportunity, as they only had to use 2 pitchers here today. They had 13 strikeouts in this game.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. It was 8-3 at that point. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Neshannock gets 2 more runs back. Nate Rind with a home run. His brother Jake doubles and later scores on an RBI single from Luke Gleese. Neshannock would get 1 more in the bottom of the 6th, made it 11-3 as Rind got an RBI double. That's Nate Rind. And then credit to Bentworth. They went out swinging. Lucas Burt and John Scott 1-out singles. They both score on a Zane Woodhouse error, reaching on an error. Aaron Woodhouse then gets a single to center field on a diving attempt from Cubelis, but then trying to go first to home is Zane Woodhouse, and he's thrown out at the plate to end the game and end the season. An 11-5 final score here from Chippewa Park. We got some awards to give.
Yes, we do.
Let's go with our LCAP player of the game first there, Tim. Go for it.
All right. I lost my train of thought here. There it is. All right. The Lawrence County Community Action Partnership is proud to present the Player of the Game Award to Grant Melder, the starting pitcher, who went the first 4 2/3 innings here today and had 10 strikeouts. Also, with the bat, had a home run, adding to the cause. The LCAP Lawrence County SportsNets are proud to honor Grant Melder, who will receive a customized T-shirt from the Red Zone in recognition of today's Player of the Game. To view a list of this year's Player of the Game, and go online to lcsportsnet.com or click on Player of the Game. Congratulations to Grant Melder, the starting pitcher who had 10 strikeouts and added a home run at the plate, helping his cause as the Lancers come away with an 11-5 victory here over Bentworth. Congratulations to Grant Melder for being today's LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP, changing lives. And then we have there our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game.
Time for our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. We had a couple choices there in the last inning with Jack Leese making some nice plays. Hala Pallarino's diving catch earlier, but we got to give it to what started it all off. Colton Schaefer starting off a 4 RBI day with his 2-run home run in the bottom of the 1st inning. That's our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Colton Schaefer receives our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game, and he just received his customized T-shirt, courtesy of the Red Zone. Video of tonight's Play of the Game, and really all those plays likely to show up on Twitter and Instagram with both LC SportsNet and the TribLive High School Sports Network standout platform. Congratulations, Colton Schaefer. Today's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Neshannock will take on either Seton LaSalle or Northgate in the quarterfinals. That game is scheduled for Thursday, if the weather behaves, Tim.
Yeah, beautiful night today. So that's the most important thing is today it looks like we'll get all the games in, and we'll see what the rest of the week has in store for us and go from there. But, yeah, Mother Nature always wins in the end.
Well, stay tuned. We'll hopefully get those sites and times either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We'll have all those updates. But stay tuned and turn right over if you're following us on Trib or on lcsportsnet.com. Scroll on down your page to the next one. 3 versus 14, Shenango and Fort Cherry coming up next here from Chippewa Park. 2 hours and 5 minutes, your official time today. Winning pitcher Grant Melder, loser pitcher Noah Martin, and we're going to say, yeah, Jacob Walzer should officially have his 2nd save of the season in relief. Thank you for tuning in, live or archive. Thanks to all of our sponsors here at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP. Hannah Bowen on the cameras, our producer Aaron Vigiano. For my broadcast colleague Tim Continenza, I'm James Dotson saying stay tuned for more WPIAL playoff baseball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.